Israel has denied deliberately targeting hospitals or civilians in Gaza as a three-day truce ended in more bloodshed. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government said it is targeting terror sites across the Gaza Strip in response to Hamas rocket attacks. A 10-year-old Palestinian boy was killed and 5 other boys injured in an airstrike near a mosque in Gaza City, according to doctors in the area. At least 30 rockets have been fired from the Gaza Strip into Israel since the truce ended at 6 a.m. UK time, Israeli army officials say. Gaza map. A rocket that hit the Sdot Negev Regional Council injured a civilian and a soldier, the Israeli military tweeted. Earlier, Amnesty International claimed it has evidence that Israel's military forces have specifically targeted hospitals, health workers and ambulance personnel during the conflict. However, Israeli government spokesman Mark Regev told Sky News, "We don't target hospitals. We don't target civilians." He added, "What we've had to do on a number of occasions is to hit terrorist targets in the immediate vicinity of hospitals and things like that, where they've abused them. And what you've seen is there's a whole series of reports coming out of Gaza from journalists across the planet, not Israeli journalists, Canadians, Finns, Indian journalists and others, who have all reported that Hamas has got this systematic pattern of behavior where they deliberately abuse humanitarian structures to shoot their rockets at Israel." Palestinian-Israel-Gaza conflict. Palestinians leave their homes in Gaza City following Israeli attacks. So actually, if they're turning these humanitarian sites into war zones, they should be accountable. He said Hamas threw away the chance to extend the ceasefire and Israel waited 6 hours before striking back. Thousands of Palestinians are fleeing their homes in North and East Gaza as Mr. Netanyahu ordered forceful retaliation. Sky's Katie Stallard in Gaza City heard 2 loud explosions and Israeli F-16 fighters overhead. Israeli tanks also fired into northern Gaza and Israeli gunboats targeted the central area of the Strip, according to reports. Delegates from Israel have left talks in Cairo with Hamas and the Palestine Liberation Organization (PLO) on stopping the bloodshed. The month-long violence, punctuated by brief periods of truce, has killed nearly 1,900 Palestinians, while Israel has lost 64 soldiers and 3 civilians. UN figures indicate that 73% of the Palestinian victims, 1,354 people, were civilians. Of that number, at least 429 were children. As the conflict continued, a Gaza teenager and Israeli teacher, both living under threat of bombardment in the region's ongoing conflict, have taken part in a passionate Google Hangout discussion on Sky News. Farah Baker and Adele Remmer tackled controversial issues including allegations that Hamas uses civilians as human shields and Israel's shelling of UN schools used as shelters by Palestinian children.